Let's get him down there. He won't jump. Get off me, fatty. Put me on the floor. I want me mummy. Let me down. I don't want to shake me hand. That's it. Mummy, where are you? He's grumpy today. Right, let's get to it. A bit of wood action. This project I'm doing today is super simple again, aimed at the beginners, and it's got multiple uses. You could make the sizes a bit bigger, a bit shorter, a bit smaller, and it has various applications. This is something I will be putting into production. At the end you'll see exactly what I've used this for, and it makes sense. It really does. So I'm just cutting it out. Sorry about the balancing act here. I am going to sort this out. It needs sorting out. It's driving me mad sort of not having the right sort of tables and stuff under here. So it's a priority now that I sort of make myself a proper work table where I can fit my table saw, my miter saw, and use a bit more space, get a little bit more organised. So watch your hands here. You don't want to be chopping them fingers off, do you? Or just be careful, take your time. So let me know in the comments what you all think about my videos so far and what you would like to see me start making, and if there's any specific questions you want to ask, please feel free. And subscribe to our channel, comment, like and share, or whatever it is. And you can hit the support links in the description and things that I use within the video. What I've done now is I've put links to tools and that. They are affiliate links, but it doesn't cost you anymore. It's just something that helps the channel, and it just supports us and helps me buy things like more wood, tools, that kind of stuff. Really enjoy doing the videos for you all. But, you know, we have to sort of make ends meet with it. So if you want a tool that I'm using and you see the link down below, just go and buy it. So here I am, my little outfeed table there, what I made the other day. You've probably seen the videos of that. I'm just setting height here, making sure everything's nice and safe, checking there's no one behind me. There's nothing worse than somebody coming up behind you there, you know, startling you while you're messing with this saw. I love this saw, this DeWalt saw. I bought it about a month and a half ago now. It was between this and another brand of table saw, and I'm glad I got the DeWalt one. It come out the box really accurate. There was a few tweaks I had to do to it, and I highly recommend it. And I'm not sponsored by him, and I don't think I'll put a link down below for it, because you can, wherever you are, there'll be deals to be had on something like this. So I'm just knocking them corners off, the rounded corners, with my lovely new push stick that I made. So here we go. It's at 8 centimetres and it's super accurate, as you can see. I've got it really set up well, my table saw. I just need to learn how to use it a bit better, I suppose. I'm just like everybody else, you know. I'm sort of new to all these sort of tools and gadgets and all this kind of stuff. And in my next video, which will be on Sunday coming, I'll be doing a really basic decorative piece using pocket hole joinery, and I've never done it before, so that's coming on Sunday. So just hold out for that. Let me know where you're all from, now you're all doing, and your projects, what you're doing. Let me know what projects you're on to, what level you're at. It is red hot here, right, and I've got this jacket on because I don't know why. I don't know why I put this jacket on. It's just red hot. It is really hot. And excuse me van in the background. But here it is, all chopped up. The 4x2s. This is for various. This is not for this project. This is for various projects I've got in the pipeline. But that there is a little bit of waste I got from that. So I've done well there. I'll use all this up. There'll be some waste comes from that when I start cutting it. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just measuring up here. I'm going to be painting this wall here. So I'm just measuring it up now, making this thing, and I'll put it to one side before I paint it. But you'll see the project finished in the end, just not here where I'm measuring it up for. Now, one thing I'm not good at is maths. I was no good at school. School didn't like me, and I didn't like school. But, you know, what I will say to all the youngsters watching is go to school. I wish I could go back. I would jump at the chance, trust me. So I'm just measuring up again, and I'm going to be cutting. It would help if I sorted my hose out, wouldn't it? I'm always having a problem with my hose. So here we go. Just take your time, mark it out. There we go. I'm thinking like now. Here's a close-up. Make sure that blade's spinning fully before you go in with a cut. Nice and easy way through that cut. And let the blade stop before you pull out. Just measuring up again. I don't know where Stanley's gone to. He's hid somewhere. And I've just told you to let the blade stop, and there you go. I've not let the blade stop. Sometimes, just don't listen to me. Just practice safety as much as you can. You know, I'm not a good teacher, to be honest. I just want, you know, watch these videos. You'll probably learn more by just watching the videos than me telling you what to do. I'm not very good at it. I mean, I should let Shelley narrate these videos, because she's really good at telling people what to do. She's world class at it, to be perfectly honest with you. So again, the strips are cut off. I'm using them. I'm just marking out the sides here, just doing it freehand. Just marked them, sort of a rough guide, getting them freehand as much as I can, and I'll use the first off cut as a template for the rest. So that's what I'm cutting off there. Now I've got it clamped down here. I am going to get it on the table that I'm going to make. I'm going to get some holding, like a clamp or something like that, or you know, a vice maybe at the end. I'm not the biggest fan of vices, but I mean, it depends what vices you sort of like. I mean, I like my food. joking, but yeah, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. Just going through it, and my hand's well away there. I'm under control there. I mean, I know it can take a split second and I can have my fingers off, and I shouldn't joke about it really, but it was under control. So I'll use that now as the template for the other three. I think you're getting an idea of where I'm going with this build, but in the end you'll see what I've actually used it for. It's more of a trial, this, to be honest, and then I can work out how I will make them. So I'll look at this when I make it, because I've not made this before. So I'm just rounding over some of the corners here with me little 1/4 inch router. This is an Aruba one. I would suggest you get the Makita one. I have got the Makita one as well, but that was one I've had for a while. I lent it to someone, didn't get it back, so I had to buy the Aruba one, and then ended up getting the Makita one back, which was absolutely crazy situation, but it is what it is. So now I've got two, but I'm looking in my table build that I'm going to do is making a little part of it that's a router table. It's either on the table or on the table saw. I've seen I think I can do with my DeWalt table saw where I can build a little router station on the end of it that's removable. So I'm going in here with what sandpaper I've got. Normally I would use a 120 or a 180. I've got a 240 here. I'm waiting for some sandpaper to come. So I'm just using what I can, and it's more of this project is more of a sort of trial and error project that I can see. So I'll use this in the house in the end, because we do need it, and it's a trial and error. And it doesn't really matter. It finishes up all right using the 240. All I'm after doing here is making a little bit of a key and getting all the splinters off, and sort of pre-staining it and then going over it at the end, which makes life a lot easier, and it creates a better finish, in my opinion. Let me know what you think, and let me know about my projects I'm doing, and if there's any mistakes I'm making, because I'm not a joiner or a carpenter. I'm a beginner woodworker, just like yourself, or, you know, like a lot of people out there. And if you are a carpenter that can give us hints and tips that I can put into the comments, or you can comment for other people that want to look at them comments and they're nice and constructive, we can all help each other, that's fantastic. Please drop it all in the comments. I'm just sanding it over, making it as smooth as I can with this sandpaper. I really needed a 120 on this, followed up by a 180, to be honest, but like I say, I'm waiting for it. Amazon's normally really quick at delivering, and I ordered this sandpaper. I don't know where it's come from, Timbuktu, but it's not here yet. But my sander makes life a lot easier, this sander. But if you've got a cheap sander, it's perfectly fine. Even if you've got a sandblock and some sandpaper. Here she is. So now she's just going over everything with whatever stain she's decided, because she makes all the decisions. Like that, I ain't got to say. This is Morel's Spirit-Based Wood Stain. An excellent product. And she'll go over absolutely everything there with this stain. It just goes on really well, this. It really does. It is a good stain. Let me know what stains you're using, and I'll try them out. I'll get them and I'll try them, and let people see. One of the things I want to do is make it really affordable for people for the hobby. There's lots of expensive ways to do things, and we don't need to do that. We don't need to go down the expensive route. It's more about creativity and learning for me, and that's how it should be. You know, I have got some nice tools, but I never always had them nice tools. It's just that I've saved up for them, or I've sold something and I've got that tool. Sometimes I drive Shelley mad. It's like I'm a tool junkie sort of thing. I like my tools. And I don't drink, I don't smoke. So whatever money I've got, you know, I can afford to get something nice, you know, every now and again. And I work hard, and a lot of yous work hard. And there's a lot of people out there with sort of like disabilities and stuff like that. I hope are watching these videos and getting something from them. You know, I've got really bad arthritis. Sometimes I'm sort of like sat down for hours on end because I can't walk because of my feet and stuff like that. So if you get inspired by stuff like this, you know, I hope you do, because I'm not going to give up, and hopefully nobody else does. And that's not like I'm not looking for pity or whatever. I just get on with it, but I'm just trying to inspire people to get a bit more creative and do stuff. And woodworking's fantastic. So I'm just using my brad nailer here. I'm still learning how to use this properly. It's quite heavy in the hand. And then I'm adding a bit of Type Bond 2, this is. Other glues are available. And I'll put these strips across here. I forgot to glue some of this together, but it doesn't really matter. It's well strong enough. And here it is. It's a boot and shoe rack I've used it for. I mean, don't look at them shoes there. That's Shelley's Bigfoot. But anyway, this will go in that space what I measured up earlier. I hope you like the video. Let me know what you think. And, you know, it is what it is. This can be used for a lot of things, can't it, if you think about it. I bought a simple shoe rack, a double shoe rack, and I'm sure you can make really good profit out of these. So once again, thanks for watching, and see you Sunday. Bye.